Mr. Gonzalo promises to come the next day if the morning is sunny, bringing a few crumbs. Now, Gonzalo and Laura have become very, very close to each other, but still, they haven't revealed their true identities. Laura says, "Thank you very much," when Gonzalo promises to come the next morning, bringing a few crumbs. Birds are grateful and repay attention. If you feed the birds will express their gratitude to you. Birds are grateful creatures and they repay attention. If you feed them, if you give them food, they'll start loving you. I wonder where my maid is. Petra, Laura, realizes that it is time for her to leave the place. Now she is looking for her maid Petra, but Petra is not seen anyway, so she shouts loudly, "Petra, where are you?" asks the maid to come. Now it is time for both Mr. Gonzalo and Mrs. Laura to leave, go away from the park. It is time. So Laura, before they leave, Laura asks Gonzalo, "Are you coming again tomorrow?" Gonzalo says, "Yeah, most certainly. If the morning is sunny, I'll definitely come tomorrow morning. And not only I'll not scare away your birds, I'll bring a few crumbs when I come tomorrow morning." Gonzalo promises that when he comes the next morning, he won't scare away Laura's birds. Moreover, he'll bring a few crumbs to be given to Laura's birds. He says this because he likes Laura very much, and Laura also likes Gonzalo very much. They have become very, very close friends now. Laura, thank you very much for your offer. Birds are grateful creatures and they express their gratitude to you if you feed them, if you give them food. If you love them, they love you back. Birds are grateful and repay attention. "But where is my maid? It is time for me to go, but I can't find my maid Petra," she calls loudly, signals for her maid to come. Gonzalo, when she is calling, when Laura is calling her maid, Gonzalo talks to himself, looking at Laura, whose back is turned. "Oh no, I will not tell her who I am. I won't reveal myself because I look very strange now, grotesque. Very strange. I'm very old. So if I reveal my true identity, she may not love me. I'm grotesque." Better that she recall the gallant, valiant, courageous horseman, her lover, who passed daily beneath her window tossing flowers. Now she must be having the picture, the image of a valiant gentleman who used to pass daily beneath her window tossing flowers. Let her carry the same image of me. Let her have the same image in her mind. So if I reveal my real identity to her, that image will disappear. That image will be broken into pieces. So I don't want her to feel disappointed. Let her carry the same impression, same image. Laura. "Oh, here she comes." Laura sees her maid come and she says, "Oh, here she comes, Gonzalo. Where is my servant?" So Laura wants the servant to be back, so she calls loudly. She asks her to come back. In the same way, Gonzalo is looking for his servant. That Guanito, where is he? He plays havoc with the nursemaids. What he means to say is that Gonzalo means to say that his servant Guanito is running around with the maids, nursemaids in the park. That means he is flirting with the nursemaids who are in the park. Looks to the right and signals with his hand. He can see his Guanito, his servant, from far, and he signals with his hand asking him to come back. Gonzalo is calling his servant back. At that time, Laura tells herself, Looking at Gonzalo, whose back is turned, no, I am too sadly changed. Sir, I don't want to reveal my true identity because I am changed. I am very old now. I am very grotesque or strange. I look very odd. It is better he should remember me as the black eyed girl tossing flowers, throwing up flowers as he passed among the roses in the garden. As Gonzalo says, as Gonzalo feels, Laura says that let him remember me as a black-eyed girl, young girl tossing flowers as he passed among the roses in the garden. If I reveal my true identity to her, if I reveal my true identity to Laura, Laura will feel disillusioned. She will feel disappointed. Her image of mine will be broken into pieces. Let him carry the same image of mine. Let him not know that I have become old. Now I am sadly changed. Let him not see me, or let him not change his impression of me. Let him have the same image. Now Juanito enters by the right, Petra also enters at the same time by the left. When Petra comes in, she is seen carrying a bunch of flowers, violets, in her hand. Violet is a flower. Laura, well, Petra, at last you are come. Gonzalo, Juanito, where were you? You are late. Petra to Donna Laura, the guard gave me these violets for you, ma'am. Petra tells Laura, see, the guard gave me these violets which are meant for you. Violets for you, madam, said Laura. Laura, oh, how very nice of the guard. Thank him for me. They are sweet smelling, fragrant, sweet smelling. As she takes the violets from her maid, a few loose violets fall to the ground. Gonzalo, my dear lady, this has been a great honor and a great pleasure. Laura, it has also been a pleasure to me. Gonzalo, goodbye until tomorrow. So, they are leaving now. Before they leave, they bid goodbye to each other. Laura, until tomorrow. Gonzalo, I'll definitely come if it is sunny. Laura, sunny morning? Will you go to your bench? You told me that in the park there is a bench that belongs to you. Will you go and sit there on that bench tomorrow when you come? Now Gonzalo is a different man now. Gonzalo says, oh no, I'll come to this if you do not object. Tomorrow I'll come back to the park and sit with you if you do not object. Then Laura says, oh no, I won't object. This bench is at your disposal. You are free to use this bench. You are free to sit here along with me. I won't mind. I'll be happy to have you here along with me. And I'll surely bring the crumbs. Gonzalo reiterates his offer. He says, okay, tomorrow morning when I come, I'll surely bring the crumbs. Tomorrow then, Gonzalo, tomorrow, see you tomorrow. Laura walks away towards the right, supported by her maid. Gonzalo, before leaving with Juanito, trembling with a great effort, he stoops to pick up the violets Laura dropped. So when Laura collected the flowers from Petra, a few flowers dropped. Now, Mr. Gonzalo, with so much of difficulty, with a great effort, he's stooping to pick up those violets. But just then, Laura turns her head and surprises him by picking up the flowers. But Laura doesn't give him a chance to pick up those flowers. She bends and she stoops and picks up the same flowers. Juanito, what are you doing, mister? Then Juanito feels surprised seeing his master stooping to pick up the flowers and is asking, what are you doing, sinner? Mister Gonzalo, Juanito, wait. Then Laura, looking at him, tells her, oh, it is he. Now I can make out. I'm very sure, 100% I'm sure the same. He's the same person who loved me many years ago. Gonzalo Gonzalo tells himself, oh, did she? No mistake. Till now I had some doubts. Now I know. I'm 100% sure that she's the same person she was my darling many years ago. Did she? No mistake. Donna Laura, Donna Gonzalo wave farewell. Laura, can it be that this is he? The line from the poem. Gonzalo, heavens, it is she. This again comes from the same poem. They smile at they smile once more, as if she were again at the window and he below in the rose garden. So their minds go back to what happened many, many years ago when they were young. They smile once more, as if she were again at the window and he below in the rose garden, and then disappear upon the arms of their servants. So they are taken back to the past, down the memory lane. Now they think about those beautiful days when they were in love with each other. And thinking of those days, beautiful days, they leave the park with the help of their servants. Here ends the play. To sum up, in the early 20th century Madrid, which is in Spain, two elderly members of the Spanish upper class meet in a park. A man and a lady, an elderly man and a lady meet in a park. Both find each other obnoxious, terrible, bad, hateful, and begin to quarrel immediately. So as soon as they meet in the park, they start quarreling with each other immediately. However, as they begin to talk in earnest seriousness, they recognize each other to be their former lover. But after some time, they realize that they were in love with each other many, many years ago. Gonzalo and Laura were passionately in love, strongly in love, but fate separated the two of them. Now, decades later, they have met again in the park entirely by chance. So, after so many years, so many decades, they are meeting in the park by chance. But the expected reunion of the long lost lovers does not take place here, as both of them are unwilling, hesitating to disclose their identity to each other. Here, the lovers' reunion does not take place as we expect, because these two lovers do not feel like revealing their true identities. Laura wants Gonzalo to think of her as the beautiful young girl that she was, tossing flowers at him decades ago. And similarly, Gonzalo wishes to be remembered by Laura as the valiant horseman who passed beneath her window every day in the past. They go away from the park, they part, they separate with a promise to meet again. So they promise to meet again the next morning.